Hi everyone, it's Karla with Create Your Future. I'm a certified law of assumption coach and I currently have openings for my one-on-one coaching. I have hour sessions and half hours as well. I would love to work with you. The links are below. Also, and they are on sale for 50% off. And also, we have a contest going on to enter into the contest and be eligible for 3 free coaching sessions where they're going to pick winners once we hit 100,000 subscribers. The links are in the comments with the description as to how to enter that contest. So please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. So today I have an exciting success story, and it started with one of my clients had asked, what if I have a long-term history with somebody, years of being with that person and witnessing behavior? How do you navigate that, and how do you work through that? And how can you have success in a relationship if the relationship, for example, you've had a toxic relationship with someone most of the time you've been together, or there are things you don't like about the relationship and the habits, and you think in your head at the time, well, this is just the way they are. They've been this way for 40 years or however long, 10 years, 5 years, 2 years. And traditional society will tell you, well, they're not changing. That's how people are. And if they're that way, that's the way it's going to be. Or they would have changed by now. But law of assumption talks about and demonstrates for you that your thoughts create, and you are the creator of your reality. So if you would like different behavior from somebody, you absolutely can get that behavior by going within and changing your thoughts about them. Thought transmission is real. What you think they're thinking about you and the relationship and how they act toward you is what you bring into your reality. And also, everyone is you pushed out. So what you think about them is what they end up showing you, and they will repeat back to you different thoughts that you've had, which is really fun. That's the fun part. But at any rate, so I had a client who was married for 40 plus years to her husband, and we started working together, and she kept saying, and her husband kept saying, well, this is just the way I am, take it or leave it. And he was very old school Italian, kind of his way or the highway. Didn't really help out with when the kids were growing up. He would, and they were going someplace, he would go sit in the car while his wife did everything and run around and be like, are you guys ready yet with 3 kids? So she managed all the housework, still worked like he did, but managed to come home, do dinners, the grocery shopping, and the bills and dishes and all of that. Well, she changed her assumptions about him. And when I tell you, it's a complete 180 from where he was in the relationship. And it's been exciting to see, because it's been maintained as well and keeps getting better and better every day. So he literally helps with dishes, does the dishes. If she cooks, he does the dishes. He goes grocery shopping with her. It used to be he did the outside of the house, like the lawn, and then when it came to the inside, would not help at all. And so then he started organizing the bills so that they were all organized to pay, and taking an equal responsibility as far as household chores and cleaning. He even cleaned, and the cleaning used to be the kids would clean, and my client would clean. She would clean, but he would never clean. It was up to the kids and his wife to do all that. So even from a culturally raised, stubborn Italian, by what people say and what she was thinking at the time, like, this is how he was raised, he's never going to change, and he would say, this is how I am, take it or leave it. She literally went within and changed her thoughts about herself and what she deserved from her husband in a marriage. And even though she had no evidence leading up to this that this was not something he had ever done before in the marriage, she just believed in it and she persisted. And lo and behold, what you believe and you persist and will get pushed out. So I thought it would be really helpful today to talk about this because I've had clients asking, what if I've been with my person for years? And this is a perfect illustration of how anything can change using manifesting and law of assumption. So she also, as far as the way that he would talk to her and the way that she would talk to him, they would fight a lot. They literally could fight over who took the last paper towel on the roll. They would get into these fights that were never really about what the fights were about. And then they would keep talking about the same issues over and over and over again. And it would never get resolved. And it would always come up at like inopportune times. So what ended up happening was I talked to my client and said, if you go within and just work on your mindset, you're exhausted from trying to have these relationship talks with him about it and nothing changes. But change your perception of him and how, the things that you want him to help you with, the way that, you want him to talk to you. He also used to not really like traveling. And she was talking about like, they were going, she wanted to go, she loves to travel. So she wanted to go on this trip to Puerto Rico and telling me a story, and he's like, what do I want to go there for? That place? I'm all set. I don't want to go. And it was always a big fight to travel. Like he didn't really like flying and she was exhausted. And then he would get there. And then the funniest part is when he got there, he would come back from the trip and say, oh my gosh, you know where you need to go? You need to go to Puerto Rico. It's the best place ever. And tell everybody they need to go there. So I told her, just instead of arguing with him about traveling, just picture and start affirming, if you want to go on trips, that he's excited to go with you, and also, enjoying activities as well that he never used to want to go to. And lo and behold, she was telling me the other day they were watching something, on England on TV, and he started talking about the architecture. Like, wow, that architecture looks amazing. And next thing you know, he was going on a boat cruise out to the Isles of Shoals off the coast of New Hampshire that she wanted to go on. And they're going to these historical events together. And these things, in the past, in trips, she would ask him and it would be a big fight. And now it's not even a fight. He goes willingly. She's not pressuring him where he's feeling resentful. He's doing it because he wants to do it, which is the best. So I just wanted to really get on here and talk to you about this. Shows the power of manifesting, and you can have any relationship you want, even if you haven't had it with the person previously. And I want you to dream big and not settle for what you think is possible with your current state of mind. I want you to think, I don't need to know the how. I just need to know this is what I want and declare it, that it's happening. And I like to, some tips with clients, I had mentioned before, the Parrot app is great. So it's a free app. You can put your affirmations on the app and then play them on a loop. So it's great. You don't have to carry pen and paper around with you. For one, it's on your phone. You can use them anytime, especially if you start to dip down with your vibration. You'll always know if what you're thinking is like not true thoughts, if they make you go, if you start to feel like you're going down and you don't feel well. So you can catch yourself instead of going down with those thoughts. Okay, like cut the thought, and then instead of worst case scenario, doom and gloom, what do I want to happen? And that's where your affirmations can come in, as far as using the Parrot app. And you can put them in your own voice. You can play them throughout the day. I recommend a few times a day. And then if you're feeling triggered, definitely, and I like to do it when I do it, I do it until I really feel them real, because to me, it's more fun, and it really helps pick up your mood tremendously if you start listening to them, repeating them, and then until you feel like, yes, feels awesome, it's happening. I don't need to know the how or when, but I just know it's going to happen. So those are some of my tips. Also, write down a list of what you the qualities you don't like about your partner or relationship that you wish were different, and cross them all out, and then put down what you do want to see happen in your relationship with them, and the opposite into, you can turn those into affirmations. Also, what you think your partner thinks about you, you can write those down, cross them out. You can burn the piece of paper, whatever you want to do, throw it in the garbage when you're done, because those thoughts are no longer valid and you've got your new affirmations. And that's how you can recreate a relationship with anyone. And you can use this for business. If it's a boss, you can use it for family members. You can use it for friends, friendships. It's universal. So I just wanted to share these tips today, and I would love to work with you. So I do have half-hour and hour sessions that are 50% off, and just had a client meeting yesterday, and she said, I feel so much better. And that was our very first client meeting, which just makes my day, because I truly believe that all of you deserve to have, and I intend that everybody has the dream life that they want. And I absolutely, it is my work life mission and passion to help you with this. So would love to work with you, and the links are below. Thank you so much.